It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Mere feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Matthew Wright set to get this one started. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Penix working from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the shotgun, Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. Third down. Penix here from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 13 on the pickup, and the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Still has room inside the 15. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
First play, and Young's going to pass. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On third down, it's Young. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Sam Martin on now to punt it away on fourth. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Falcons will take over. Ball at the 33 for first down. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. Completed over the middle. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Penix now against a blitz. He's on the move. Oh, he's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Now for the 2nd time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Young. Tremble with the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Hubbard again. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They bring Thielen in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Young. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, ball at the 36. Young working from the gun. Complete to Tremble. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. After
a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Young on the play action. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Matthew Wright for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Ready to send this one away. McLeod now returning it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Penix now on 1st down. Into the hands of Pitts. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Second and 6 now. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Connection made to Tremble. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Short pass brought in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. They just get the play off. Throw complete to Thielen. And he gets him around 6 there. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got third down well inside field goal range. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Rush coming for Young. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And this one doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Willing to throw here on 3rd. Gets this to Sanders. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. Ready to send this one away. McLeod now returning it. He's got a lane up past the 30. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Young. Thielens got it, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third down from the gun. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's Hubbard on the give. Will track it forward, but won't get beyond the line. David Onyemata there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Sam Martin on again now to punt it away. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
3rd down, it's Penix. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Penix working from the gun. That's brought in by Mooney. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Carolina offense headed out now. Now, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First and 10 now from the 30. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's contained at the line for no gain. David Onyemata there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. They'll cobble together a yard there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's on the move. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Sam Martin on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Penix. Got a man. It's Drake London. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. It's the Falcons facing a 3rd and 6. Here's Penix to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Penix. Forced out to his right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball, because this game moves in a hurry.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Penix now. Finds his target, Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Penix on 1st down. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. And again, it's Penix. It's into the hands of Mooney. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down. The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the 3rd quarter right away. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Carolina ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Play action now, Young. That pass complete to McMillan. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap now to Young. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send a tight end in motion. It is caught left side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, Young. Connection made to Tremble. And that's good for a gain of 5. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Young working from the gun. Thielen's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Rush coming for Young. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He has it at the 5. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion going left. 1st and 10. A run to Robinson. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 32. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Penix working from the gun. This one's caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Penix here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo after the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Young on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They run again with Hubbard. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
To the air on 1st down. Young bails out of the pocket quick. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They motion a receiver left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Connects with Hubbard. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Hubbard hauls it in.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They bring their tight end left. Sticking to the air, it's Young. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And 4th and 4 coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. McCloud now returning it. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Falcons ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They just get the play off. Got a man, it's London. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for Algier. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the option, it's Algier. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completed here to Algier. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pitts brings it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, they go with Algier. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown. in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Kickoff taken at the 3. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Hubbard again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Here's Hubbard on the give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. They're going for it, Young. That's cut beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. It's a design boot. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They bring the tight end in motion. On third down, it's Young. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Into traffic, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun, Young. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second down carry for Algier. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go again with Algier. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Algier with another carry. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. The Panthers set to take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Pass complete to Hubbard. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Here he is to throw. Thielen's got it, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. He'll look to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Here's Young. Try and push it deep downfield. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brocky Ord and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.